Om Shanti and a very good morning. Let's take a moment to stabilize ourselves before we start listening to Baba's Murli today. Today's Murli is dated 12th January 1982, and the title of today's Murli is The Upliftment of the World Depends on the Souls Who Are Images of Support. Bab Dada is looking at souls who are images of support for the world. You are the most elevated souls who are images of support for the world. Only you elevated souls experience your ascending and flying stages. Therefore, you become instruments for uplifting the whole world. The desire of attaining liberation and liberation in life of all souls for many births is automatically fulfilled. You elevated souls become instruments to open the gates to liberation, that is, to your home. This is how all souls find the destination of their sweet hope. The peacelessness and sorrow that they have experienced for a long time finishes because they become residents of the land of peace. Souls who are deprived of the inheritance of liberation in life receive this inheritance of liberation. The Father makes you children, you elevated souls who are images of support, the instruments for this. Bab Dada always says, children first, then I. The children are in front and the Father is behind them. It has always been like this. Do you move along considering yourselves to be images of support for the world in this way? You elevated souls, you images of support, are in the form of the roots with the seed. So, Bapdada comes to celebrate a meeting with such elevated souls. You are such elevated souls that you make the incorporeal one and the subtle one become corporeal, both into the same form as yourselves. You are such elevated souls that you make the incorporeal one and the subtle one become corporeal into the same form as yourselves. This makes you so elevated. Do you perform every action whilst considering yourselves to be this? At this time, by becoming embodiments of remembrance, you will definitely become embodiments of power. When you pay attention to this one thing, all the tension of limited things automatically finishes. Any type of tension will be transformed into attention when you pay attention to this. This self transformation will then easily bring about world transformation. This attention works such magic that all the various types of tension of many souls finish and their attention is drawn to the Father. This attention works such magic that all the various types of tension of many souls finish and their attention is drawn to the Father. Nowadays, there are many facilities of science so that something just has to be switched on and all the rubbish everywhere is pulled towards that machine. Nowadays, there are many facilities of science so that something just has to be switched on and all the rubbish everywhere is pulled towards that machine, like a vacuum cleaner. They don't need to go everywhere, but everything is automatically pulled by its electrical power. Similarly, with this power of silence and the powerful form of your attention, all the tensions of all souls will finish. With this power of silence and the powerful form of your attention, all the tension of all souls will finish. This means that those souls whose tension, which has keep troubling them even after they have been making a lot of effort to remove it, will experience it to have automatically finished. Who finished it? When they experience this, their attention will automatically be drawn to the combined form of you, Shiv Shaktis. Therefore, tension will become transformed into attention. Will it not? At the moment, you have to draw their attention again and again. You say, have remembrance, have remembrance. However, when you stabilize in the powerful form of images of support, you will become the true pilgrimage place that removes their tension and draws their attention. At the moment, you have to go and find them. You create so many inventions in order to find them, but at that time, they will come to find you. Or will you always be searching for them? Science is very helpful to you elevated souls in this elevated task. You must make yourselves so unshakable that when there is a little upheaval, you will see how you become spiritual magnets and attract many souls. You must make yourselves so unshakable that when there is a little upheaval, you will see how you become spiritual magnets and attract many souls. Day by day, souls will become so weak that they won't even be able to make the effort to walk on their own 2 feet. You souls, who are the form of power, will give such souls feet through your own power and make them walk. You souls, who are the form of power, will give such souls feet through your own power and make them walk. That is, you will draw them to the Father. By becoming constantly experienced in such a flying stage, you will enable many souls to fly away from their sorrows and memories of peacelessness and enable them to reach their destination. By becoming constantly experienced in such a flying stage, you will enable many souls to fly away from their sorrows and memories of peacelessness and enable them to reach their destination. They will have to fly with their own wings. When you yourselves are the form of power, you will become the true pilgrims and make all of the souls pure and enable them to attain liberation and to reach the sweet home. You are such images of support. Therefore, today, Bap Dada is seeing the children who are images of support. If the support continues to shake, how can they be support for others? That is, if we shake, how can we become the instruments to be support to others? Therefore, become stable so that the upheaval of the world can begin. Even the slightest upheaval will easily attract many to the Father. On the one side, Kumbhakarna will awaken. On the other side, souls who have been in relationship or connection with you and have gone to sleep in the sleep of carelessness will awaken from that sleep. On the one side, Kumbhakarna will awaken, and on the other side, souls who have been in relationship or connection with you and have gone to sleep in the sleep of carelessness will awaken from that sleep. However, who is going to wake them up? You souls who are the unshakable images of support. Do you understand? The form of service is going to change in this way. For this, constantly remain in your form of Shiv Shaktis. Acha, to those who are constant embodiments of peace and power, to those who remind others of the Father with their powerful stage, to those who finish tension and draw people's attention, to the children who are world transformers and images of support for the world, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. To those who are constant embodiments of peace and power, to those who remind others of the Father with their powerful stage, to those who finish tension and draw people's attention, to the children who are world transformers and images of support for the world, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. And from us children, love, remembrance, and namaste to our dear Bapdada. The love and remembrance for the 18th January is to become an embodiment of power of 18 chapters. What does the 18th January remind you of? What does the 18th January remind you of? It reminds you of the perfect angelic form. It reminds you of the lesson. Follow the Father at every second and in every thought. Are you experienced in this? Where is everyone on the 18th January? In the corporeal world or in the subtle angelic world? The 18th January constantly reminds you of the angelic form and the awareness of the angelic world. It makes you into a form of power. It is the day of remembrance and is therefore the day to become an embodiment of remembrance. So, do you understand what the 18th January is? Constantly become like this. Repeatedly remind yourself of this. Therefore, the love and remembrance for the 18th January is to become equal to the Father, to become the complete form. Acha, the love and remembrance of this awareness will reach everyone in advance. Om Shanti. Let's take a couple of moments to reflect on the learnings out of this Murli and then come back ready to churn. Okay, so whoever is ready to share, please go ahead. Yes,
So,
brother.
Baba says that we need to become an embodiment of remembrance and then become an embodiment of power. So when we become that, then the attention will go, the attention will come. So we have to remove the. I mean, by paying attention, the attention goes off. So Baba would like to become this, embodiment of remembrance, and then naturally this the attention comes into the picture. So the tension goes off. And I also liked when Baba said that, the upliftment, how it takes place, that we have to experience that flying stage and, enable many others to come up. I mean, that's when their sorrows and peacelessness will go, and they will find the destinations. Yeah, that's the great point. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Yes, Vijay, right. Moving from tension to attention.
Om Shanti, brother.
Yes, sister. Om
Baba
Shanti.
said an example in science when they put on a switch that every rubbish will be sucked in 1 second. So like that, you will be such powerful. So and also 18th January reminds us to be powerful stage. So such power and peace within us enable we can also remove all the people's tension and peacelessness, the experiences of peacelessness in 1 second. And we can make them to remember Baba. So they will also gone into that remembrance stage. So Baba also mentioned that one side upheaval will take place and another side Kumbhakarna will wake up. So we should be that much stable, that is unshakable stage. So everyone draws energy from us. So we should make ourselves such an elevated, such a powerful stage. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sister. In order to support others and enable them to get stable, it is important for us first to stabilize ourselves.
For that, we have to practice a long time daily, then only we can attain that easily. So we have to make attention towards ourselves, and we have to now also upheavals will come in our day-to-day life also. So in that time also we have to practice that flying stage, and like Brahma Baba we have to be across all that situations. Then only we can do that.
Yes, constant remembrance, being in constant remembrance of the Father. Every moment, every action that is taken, every thought that is entertained is happening in the remembrance of Father. Only when we souls will stabilize ourselves in remembrance of the Father will the world get ready for the upheaval and move towards creating the golden age again. Baba also mentioned how the souls around have become so weak that they will not be able to stand on their own feet. One small upheaval if we notice that the resistance that the souls around us have is so low that any small situation might cause a disturbance. And when there is an upheaval, they will be running around here and there looking for support. And at that time, we have to be available to draw them as magnets to our own self as an instrument to move on and guide them towards the Father. That's what the title says. The upliftment of the world depends on the souls, that is us, who are images of support.
And here Baba uses the word it be the magnet at that point of time. So when reflection is, how can what can support me to be that magnet? To that, Baba gives two axes today. He says practice silence, and the second one a lot of us have right now spoken about is practice being stable in any upheaval. So that's one point of the Murli that for me to take back home is practicing being attentive on self, practicing silence on a daily basis, and making the stage constantly stable every moment so that when the upheaval shows up, of course, it's been there today also, but when it increases, we become the magnet for the world.
So for that, we have to be detached observer, and most of the time we have to fly in our highest abode only. So this total world we have to renounce from our intellect. So even by doing every action, our aim is to stay about in the highest abode. So this whole world is nothing. It's going to be finished in the next second. So there is nothing in this world we have to do. So by keep flying in that highest stage, then only we make ourselves more stable. In this world, we can't remain stable. This whole world vibration will be like that. So this one I want to share.
And in this moment of transition in the confluence age, uh, while we are here in this world, we are stabilizing ourselves and renouncing the attachments such that we are here, but we are not here. So we are here with the divinity that is required, ready to support the weak souls around us, and not here in the form of being a Dehi Abhimani, being someone who is beyond body consciousness, and striking a balance between the two. Yes, we got it on chat from Radhamani ji that attention paid means tension over. It's like presence of light is absence of darkness. The same way, presence of attention is absence of tension.
Um, so, Mishpai, this Kumbhakarna, when Baba mentions, right? So this is actually the souls who have already got the introduction of Baba, right? So they, to some
Hmm.
extent, they are in connection. So in this,
Yes.
Murli, I think Baba is highlighting that they have to, they have to awaken. So, so for that, some souls, right? So some souls will have to become powerful. They have to show, right? So they have to become the images of support, and their powerful stage will have to remind those people that the time is very sensitive, or it is coming to a close, right? So eventually seeing their stage, right, they will also um, do intensify their purushartha and then come close. I think that's what Baba is trying to. What is your thought on that?
Yes, you're right. On one side, Kumbhakarna will awaken the people who have already been there, who have got this knowledge, and on the other side, souls who have been in relationship or connection with us and have gone to sleep in the sleep of carelessness. So both sides, people who have got a taste of this world, of the spiritual learning, and the people who even haven't got a taste of this world, both of them, it is the responsibility of on all of us to be unshakable, to constitute ourselves through silence, through being in constant remembrance, and to stabilize ourselves, to have that kind of accountability where the reliability, the trust and faith that we have on the sisters, the brothers who are there in uh, uh, Gyan, who are dedicated, samarpit, on the didis, the dadis, everyone the same way. We are also there, available, where people, when they are frantically going to be running around at the time of upheaval, they know, okay, this is the place, this is the soul to whom we can go and seek help and support. So that is the responsibility of all of us, whether it is Shiv Shaktis or Pandavas. Baba has mentioned both silence also today and the power of science also, where at one moment with a switch being on, everything can be just sucked in no time. And how Baba, as we can see that this Murli is of 1982, but if we look at the situation around today, the vulnerability that the depleted souls have, the relationship that they have with any kind of a challenge showing up, immediately gets them into a stress or a tension. They get into being stressed or get tension. And we, having sustenance of the learnings by the Father, we have this opportunity to stabilize ourselves and move beyond that.
Shanti brother, good morning. So here I have a illustration, an example to share. You know, like while a person is drowning, despite, I mean, people like swimming, people go, I mean, a person who is drowning and the one who's going to save this drowning guy has to be extra careful. You know, they say you cannot approach a drowning person from the front because in the panic, in the anxiety, he would take the saver also down. You know, like Baba says, paying attention takes away tension. And here, Baba has actually given us a method that stay in remembrance so that you can give support to others. So the saver usually goes from behind and saves the drowning person. Similarly, I was wondering that we have to protect ourselves at least by adopting this method of remembrance and then save the drowning people in the world. I mean, in this sea of tension, if we can pay attention and remind ourselves powerful, maybe we could save ourselves and the world too. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Yes. Uh, so one side, like if I can draw a virtual image, a vision, then say on one side someone is drowning and you extend your hand to pull that person, that that soul up out of drowning. What we must constantly do is let our other hand be in the hand of the Father, so that He is holding on. We have given our hand to be held on by the Father, and with the other hand, we are pulling that person out from drowning. That is when we are actually instruments representing the Father and not getting into any kind of body consciousness or attachment. Now, sometimes it could be ego, arrogance, which might be coming out that, okay, I am the savior, or sometimes it could be ignorance. It could be coming out in the form of an attachment. Say, someone who's drowning is someone who you are attached to, someone who's close to you. In that, the chances of we getting pulled into that situation becomes higher. That is why when sister said that we have to make sure that we maintain our balance, we are uh, moving out, renouncing the attachment actually, not relating to that person from the body consciousness, but from the soul consciousness, and constantly making our other hand available, like anchoring ourselves through silence, through remembrance, every moment by giving our hand to the Father.
Yes, brother, exactly. So actually, Baba is going to do everything. Baba is going to give mukti to all at that time. So they all will get liberated from all their sorrows at the last moment. But through us, Baba is using us. So we are just instruments through our eyes or through our vibrations. They will get liberated. But it's only Baba's energy, Baba's power, that light to light connection. Only this is the formula. While we are in that stage, uh, Baba's energy will going through us and reach all souls, and they will also feel they are safe. So they reached Baba that time. So Baba also mentioned that you are the roots of this process. So if any root is attached to some stem or rock, anything, so it will also get passed with that. It will also get buried with that something. It won't survive for a long time. So we should, first thing, we should be free from all our attachments, even they
Yes.
are our blood relations or anything. So if we are stuck with that, we will also got buried with that. We can't save
Yes.
ourselves and also them.
That's true. Some days back in the Murli, there was this point where Baba said that not only those who have uh, recognized the Father, Baba will care only for them. No, Baba will even care for even those who have not recognized the Father, because it is Baba's commitment to complete the journey of everyone and to move into the creating the golden age.
Also, Baba mentioned what you remind of that 18 chapters, 18th January means 18 chapters. That is in Gita, I think so today.
Yeah,
What is that?
yes.
18
Yeah,
chapters.
that is the example that Baba is giving. According to me, it is the adhyayas, the chapters of the Bhagavad Gita, the learnings that are there that Baba is mentioning about.
What is there in that 18 chapters today?
So basically, the Bhagavad Gita that is there is got 18 chapters, which is explaining the whole process of life, of uh, speaking about liberation in life, like mukti and jivan mukti. It is giving you the whole uh, picture of the circle of life. Yes, Vijit bhai, you want to add something here?
Yeah, that 18th chapter, Bhagavad Gita says that, Nashto Mohas Vadilat. So after hearing all the uh, knowledge from Lord Krishna, right? So
Yeah,
on the path of bhakti, so Arjuna says that, okay, now all my desire, everything is vanished, attachment, everything is vanished. I understood what is to be done. So Arjuna came to that stage of Nashto Moha Smriti Lepta. So which is our last paper here in this Purshat life also. We have to ensure towards the end there is no attraction or attachment that will pull us to that which will become, which will become the cause of our failure if there is anything left. So we need to make sure that nashto moha, that means there is no desire, right? All my desire is fulfilled. It's really a big stage. Yeah, exactly.
and also the 18 chapters are about the the whole mythology about the uh, where on the battlefield Krishna is explaining to Arjun when Arjun is stuck actually that how do I kill my own brothers and uh, and how do I kill my own people who are there on the other side, and where Krishna explains that you are not killing people, you are killing adharma, that is you are taking off all that is impure or something that is making the whole world toxic. And that is the awareness that Krishna gives to Arjun in those 18 chapters, which actually allows the Pandavas to win the battle against the Kauravas. Basically, the the victory of divinity over everything.
The 18th chapter also speaks about the completion and the stage of Tyag and Tapasya.
Mm. So, so it's not only the 18th chapter that Baba's talking about. Baba's talking about all the 18 chapters. Okay, from the start to the end, the journey of, if we can see the whole kalpa, not only of this birth, but the whole karmic cycle. That is why Baba says the love and remembrance for the 18th January is to become an embodiment of the power of not only the 18th chapter, all the 18 chapters. So yeah, that date matches.
Yes,
The
brother. Today
18th,
only I got to know this. So each and everything holds a meaning. Everything has a secret. Uh,
yes,
I
it's
feel wonder.
yeah, like how there are no coincidences that have happened. Whatever is happening, whatever we are experiencing, either with ourselves or with people around us, nothing is a coincidence. It's all the cycle of this kalpa through various births.
So how subtle service Baba is doing, brother. So even at the last moment, only we know that Baba is doing everything. But
Yeah,
in front of others, Baba is showing us that we are actually relieving them. They thought they
yeah,
know about Baba also, but
yeah.
how Baba is uplifting us. So how he is making us elevated. In his view, what he thinks and what he speaks, he makes everything real. Uh, so the, I feel so uh, happy that I can't get this.
This Babda is written. No, Babdada says, always says, children first, then I. Baba has always preferred to be incognito. He's always kept the children in the front as instruments. Such
So
a
now
wonderful balance Baba's
Mhm.
striking that he's also getting us ready to be the represent his representer, but at the same time he's also giving us the knowledge and the sustenance of we not getting into arrogance of I, that oh, I am doing it. Yes, sister, you were saying something.
Mhm. No, brother.
Okay. All right. As we come closer to the time today, let's take a couple of moments to meditate in
Strict
silence.
announcement, Mishra,
Yeah,
before we
yeah,
move on
sure.
to meditation. So just I'll quickly share my
Yeah,
screen. So this Sunday we have a special master class from Sister B.K. Vinita from Mumbai. and the topic is experience divinity through silence. So I request, this flyer is already shared in the WhatsApp group. So if you wish to share it with others, feel free to do that. And I request everyone to attend this and take complete benefit. Yeah, with that, over to you, Ramesh, for meditation. Thank you.
Yes. Experiencing divinity through silence again. The master class is again about silence, so we can start orienting ourselves uh, into an elevated level of practicing silence from now itself and experience and spread the power of silence. So let's take a couple of minutes to create and experience the power of silence by being in remembrance of the Father. All right. Om Shanti. Thank you and have a nice day.